This pain wasn't punishment. It was a provocation from heaven. They didn't just target you, they trespassed into sacred ground. Was it betrayal, or was it the beginning of your unveiling? Was it abandonment, or was it the ancient hand of God pulling you away from what couldn't go with you? They thought they were destroying you. But what if they were activating the scroll sealed inside your soul? Stay until the end, because what you're about to hear may explain the chaos, the silence, and the storm. It may finally reveal why everything had to break, so the real you could rise. This is Chosen One's prophecy, where heaven gathers the misunderstood, and the rejected are revealed as royalty. Joseph was thrown into a pit by his own brothers, not because he was weak, but because he was the prophecy in motion. Genesis 50:20 says it clearly. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. They aimed wrong, because what they touched wasn't just a person, it was a purpose hand-carved by the divine. So stay, because the signs about to unfold may explain your entire life, marked by heaven, targeted by man. You didn't ask to be chosen, but heaven marked you before you had language for the weight you carried. You've lived under spiritual surveillance, attacked not because you were weak, but because of what you would become. Your presence agitated darkness long before you understood your light. Like Joseph, the coat of favor was placed upon you in secret, but the attack came in public. His brothers didn't hate him for what he did, they hated him for what he represented. The dreamer, the one set apart, the future ruler hidden in a rejected boy. You've been misunderstood by family, targeted in silence, betrayed by those closest. This was never about your personality. It was about your position in the spirit. You weren't attacked for who you are. You were attacked for who you were sent to become. And now you know. The warfare was the evidence. The rejection was the revelation. The question is, what have they awakened by coming against you? Hidden for a reason. The sacred silence. God hides what he values. Diamonds are buried. Scrolls are sealed. Prophets are kept in caves before they are called to the nations. You were not overlooked. You were obscured by design. Like David in the field, uninvited to the feast, because the oil waits for the one heaven has approved. While others chase platforms, you were forged in private. In the silence, your roots ran deep. The world thought you were late. Heaven called it consecration. You weren't isolated to be punished. You were concealed to be preserved. The silence wasn't absence. It was divine surveillance. There is a sacred kind of loneliness that only the marked will ever know. A quiet so heavy, even angels hold their breath. That was the sound of God building a foundation no storm could destroy. And now, the silence is lifting, which means the assignment is calling. The fire was the forge. They broke you, but they couldn't bury you. They tried, but the grave couldn't close over something that was never dead. God allowed the betrayal, not to wound you, but to weaponize you. Every heartbreak was heat, every lie a layer of pressure. Like gold in the crucible, your value is revealed through fire. And the flames didn't just purify, they identified you. Esther had to face the furnace of risk before wearing the crown. Job had to lose everything to receive double. Moses had to run through wilderness to find his voice. You too were stripped so you could be sealed. Stripped of pride. Stripped of illusions. Until only truth remained. You weren't being broken. You were being built. And now they wonder how you survived it. But they don't realize. The fire was never meant to destroy you. It was sent to announce you. When darkness strikes the marked. Let's be clear, hell saw you before you saw yourself. Demons marked your name in their surveillance logs not because you were dangerous, but because of who you're becoming. You were born into a war you never started, but were always meant to end. Witchcraft tried to track you. People with poisoned tongues tried to hex your hope. You felt atmospheres shift when you walk in. That's not paranoia. That's discernment. Why were you attacked so early? Because hell tries to abort what heaven intends to awaken. Satan doesn't waste resources on people who don't carry weight. You've survived spiritual ambushes that would have ended most. Your very existence is proof of prophecy in motion. You are dangerous to darkness. That's why darkness came first. And now that you see it for what it is, the question becomes, what will you do with what hell tried to silence? Comment 4044, now if your spirit is still locked in, as a prophetic sign that you're not just watching, you're waking up. You were given authority. They cannot understand the attacks made you question your worth, but all they did was prove your ranking in the unseen realm. The anointing you carry doesn't shout, it shifts atmospheres. That's why some people hated you before you ever spoke, like Jesus walking into a synagogue and demons started to scream. You didn't provoke the enemy. Your very presence exposed him. You carry kingdom keys, not because of performance, but because of position. Your authority was not handed to you by man. It was carved in secret places. You didn't fight your way here. You endured your way here. Now, like Elijah calling fire from heaven, you don't just speak, you summon. They feared your silence. Wait until they hear your voice. The assignment is unfolding. He didn't rescue you from the pit to put you back in the crowd. You were lifted for a reason. This pain was not just your personal journey. It was your preparation for release. Like Moses holding the staff, like Mary carrying what no one could see yet, like Jeremiah called before he was formed. You were sent, not just born. There is a divine release being triggered in this very hour, and the earth is waiting, groaning, watching. Heaven is looking for the ones who will respond to the call. Are you ready to move from survival to assignment? The rise of the remnant. You are not alone. There are others, scattered, scarred, set apart. The world calls them strange. Heaven calls them remnant. We are the ones who see through the fog, who feel what others ignore, who've died 1,000 silent deaths just to carry the fire again. You're not crazy. You're commissioned. You've felt the ache. Now feel the alignment. Chosen ones. Prophecy isn't just a name. It's a movement, and you're already in it. Echoes across generations. This calling is bigger than you. The voice you are finding, it's not just yours. It carries the sound of 1,000 silenced ancestors. Their prayers, their sacrifices, their unsung songs. All of it, echoing through you. What they couldn't finish, you will ignite. What they whispered, you will proclaim. You are the sound of prophecy fulfilled. So walk with fire, speak with thunder, move with mercy. Because your voice is not just yours. It is eternal. You weren't broken. You were broken open. What they shattered wasn't your strength. It was the shell that kept your power hidden. The attacks weren't to end you. They were to expose what can no longer be contained. The fire didn't consume you. It confirmed you. You are not who you were when this video began. You are the prophecy they tried to bury. The scroll they could not decode. The remnant they could not erase. You are a chosen one, tried by fire, refined by silence, and now awakened in full authority. You have been marked, you have been forged, and now you are being sent. If this message stirred something ancient within you, comment 777 as a prophetic confirmation that you have heard and received. Then share in the comments what resonated most, what truth unlocked something deep, what fire reignited in your bones. Subscribe to Chosen One's Prophecy, not just to follow a channel, but to remain in alignment with the rising remnant across the earth. We are the voices that hell could not silence. We are the ones born to remember who we are. You are not alone. You are the next echo.